So, what's up, guys? I am back with Mr. KJ, and we're doing our weekly segment of sports talk. And this time we have something different. This is sort of going to be the format that's going to run from now on. Is we have a wheel of 8 topics, 8 different topics, and we'll spin it like 4 times and see which topics we land on. Those are topics that we're going to run through. And let's go. We'll start with the wheel, and we have 8 topics on here, and the first topic is the one that we just added. It is Hall of Fame nominees.
For the NFL standpoint?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so LT and Devon McNabb.
Donovan McNabb, T.O., all the Chad Johnson made it.
Oh,
Bob
them
Sanders
too?
made it. Yeah, I know.
Oh, crap. Okay. T.O. definitely first ballot. LT definitely first ballot. Chad Johnson, Devon McNabb, I'm not ready to say they're first ballot, but maybe Devon McNabb will make it eventually.
Donovan McNabb.
Donovan, excuse me.
Jesus.
Chi-Town too, so what's up to him? Gotta get that plug in
You can't even say his
too.
name right.
Campbell's Chunky Soup.
So, I mean, there's some weird names on there, like Bob Sanders is now Hall of Fame eligible. Who the heck? He's amazing for the Colts when he played in his 3 games. That's it. That was it. Like,
Oh, is that Bob Sanders?
yeah, Darren Sharper, the guy who's now in jail for like 18,000 years, is eligible. Chad Johnson, I don't think should go in before T.O. That's for sure.
I agree.
Right?
I agree with that.
So, I think we're pretty much on the same page here. I don't think we have much to say about this topic. We started off with the wrong topic.
I do believe T.O. is a first ballot, but he may not get in the first because of,
Well, he didn't already get in because of Marvin Harrison took his spot. My point is, just tell everybody not to give a speech. Just give all the speech time to T.O. You'll have the best speech ever. And the next topic is going to be Shaq, AI, and Yao Ming making the Hall of Fame. So I'll start this one off. Firstly, Shaq is probably one of my favorite players of all time. I grew up loving Shaq. It's one of the reasons that I'm a Heat fan. He's probably the most dominant player in the history of the NBA. AI, honestly, when I started paying attention to basketball, it was probably towards the later point of his career, like when he was with Melo. I remember staying up late to watch him play with Melo, JR, Kenyon Martin, Birdman, and like from what I see and watch of him and his highlights, pound for pound, probably is the best player in the game ever.
Ooh.
If you're talking pound for pound.
Okay.
His injuries just killed him.
Yeah.
And I think he could have been much better. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely Shaq. We got to throw that Orlando plug. Let's remember who he started off with, not who he necessarily won a championship with. But yeah, Shaq's definitely a Hall of Famer. Yeah, Yao Ming, I would say it's deserving, but like you said, I pretty much agree with everything you said. Yao Ming, his injuries killed him in the further of his career. But, I mean, I have no arguments with any one of those 3 getting in. Absolutely not.
I think Yao Ming got in more for his impact on the game.
Right.
Because he opened that whole Chinese market to, everyone. So, when Jeremy Lin happened, it was like, oh, yeah, it's a big thing because of Yao Ming. Yao Ming is the reason the Chinese actually like basketball.
But Shaq and AI, I mean, they're definitely, worth further performance.
All right, let's get a good one now. Another one we just added. Contenders in trouble.
Seahawks definitely scared me last week. I think we both picked them to win against the Dolphins, but it was a closer matchup than at least what I thought. Russell Wilson's hurt. The defense looked good, though, so that's one positive. But I think all in all, Seattle will be okay. Possibly Cardinals, but I don't think so. Patriots, no matter who's at quarterback, is probably always going to be good, as history has proven. So nothing really pops out in general that would concern me as of right now.
Honestly, I think that the Cardinals they should not have lost to Jimmy Garoppolo. That's not the way you start the season. Okay? But you don't lose to
Yo,
Jimmy
man.
G. Okay, especially when you're a Super Bowl contender, and you should be a Super Bowl contender. Seattle scared me.
Yeah, that really scared me.
They had a
Yeah.
close game with Miami, and Russell Wilson got hurt. Dominican Sue stepped on his ankle or something, but it wasn't on purpose this time. For the first time ever, it wasn't on purpose. So I think the other one that I was thinking was, I think this might not be in trouble, but I think Green Bay, they had the Jaguars kept up, but I think that's a testament to the Jaguars. I think Carolina's defense is actually something that is going to be a problem. You have Luke Kuechly, but I think Josh Norman made a lot more impact than you see. And maybe over the season they'll get better, but
that was a good one.
Yeah,
I mean, I think it's hard to say right now since it's week 1. You don't know which teams are like that may have been bad last year that are for real this year. Like, I mean, Jacksonville, like they're on the come up, so I think, like you said, it's more testament to Jacksonville than Green Bay falling off. And Miami could be another one. Miami could be for real this year, so I'm gonna have to wait like another week to actually say, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But Carolina their defense may be in trouble, like you said, and hopefully Cam gets healthier.
The Jets versus Buffalo. Who you got?
Jets. Buffalo offense did not look good, so I'm going with the Jets on this one.
Basically stole my answer because we rehearsed this one. I'm taking the Jets as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jets all the way. Jets.
Carolina versus San Francisco. I'm going with Carolina. San Fran won't do what they did to the Rams ever again.
Yeah, even though we talked about Carolina being, a potential team that could be on the downfall, I'm still going to pick them against San Francisco for sure.
Ravens and Browns. Who are you taking?
Ravens. RG3's gone. I don't know what the Cleveland offense is going to look like, and Ravens look pretty decent, so Ravens.
Yep. I don't believe in Josh McCown either. And
ooh, I didn't say that.
Tennessee versus Detroit. I'm going with Detroit. I don't know about how Tennessee's offense is going to do, but Detroit.
Tennessee being a young team, I think they're going to do good things, but Detroit is looking on fire right now, so Detroit.
Okay, Kansas City versus Houston. Who you got?
I believe in Alex Smith. Come on. Let's go. Super Bowl.
I don't know about the Super Bowl, but I'm definitely picking the Chiefs because the way they came back on San Diego was insane. I think they're going to carry that momentum forward.
Yeah, that was
Miami versus New England. I am picking Miami. Their defense looked good, and Jimmy G could probably make some mistakes against them. You?
I'm going with the Patriots. I don't necessarily like them, but Dolphins put up a good show, but I think Jimmy G can get it done again.
New Orleans versus the Giants. Who you got?
I'm going with New Orleans. They looked on fire too. It was a good game last week, so I'm gonna go with them.
I'm gonna go with the Giants only because the Giants can sort of play defense and New Orleans can't. So Giants. Cincinnati versus Pittsburgh. I'm taking Pittsburgh because Antonio Brown is a man-child and he will twerk all over the Bengals. Who you got?
I'm going to pick the Bengals, but if they cannot stop AB, I'm going to say this every week, you're going to have a problem. But I'm going to go for the Bengals for right now.
Who can stop AB? Who can stop AB?
I mean,
Dallas versus
wish
Washington.
we would have got that Josh Norman.
Dallas versus Washington.
Is it mine? Dallas. I'm going to go with the two rookies. They'll get it done. No more mistakes like Terrence Williams did last week.
I'm going with Dallas as well. I hope to see Josh Norman on Dez Bryant, but throw up the X, baby. Tampa Bay versus Arizona. I don't think.
Yeah, man.
I'm taking Arizona.
Yeah.
I'm not rolling with Jameis, even though he looked really good last week.
Hey, Tampa's my team. Like I said, I think they're going to be a sleeper, but Arizona ultimately, I think is going to win the game.
Seattle.
But I hope differently.
Seattle versus LA. I think we're both taking Seattle. unless Russell Wilson
Yes.
is injured, in which case Tarvaris Jackson is the quarterback, and we're still taking Seattle.
Yeah, I agree.
Indy versus Denver. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, no, definitely Denver. I believe in Trevor Simeon too, man. Central Florida. Let's go.
I'm taking Indy only because
That's your team.
that's my team. That's my team. Atlanta
That's all you
versus
need.
Oakland. I'm picking Oakland. They had the most ballsy call going for 2, and I got to give it to them. It's Oakland. Who you got?
Oakland. They do need to tighten up better on their secondary because both their receivers had I think 300 yards receiving, but ultimately Oakland will win the game.
Jacksonville versus San Diego. Who you picking?
Yeah, Keenan Allen is injured. San Diego still looks good, but I think Jacksonville's just a team that's on the come up. So I'm gonna go with Jacksonville. They gave a good matchup against Green Bay last week.
Kansas City came back on San Diego, and I think they got destroyed that way mentally. And Jacksonville just fought hard against Green Bay, so I'm taking Jacksonville. Green Bay versus Minnesota. I am taking Green Bay, even though I expect this game to be closer than you think. And Sam Bradford's playing too.
Oh, Sam Bradford. Oh, okay. I'm still going to take Green Bay, but that's definitely one that could go easily to Minnesota because of their defense. So we'll see.
And the last game of the week is Philly versus Chicago. You better pick this right or your dad's going to kill you. Go ahead.
Carson Wentz is the man in Philly. He looked great. I think the Bears would do something different to confuse him, maybe, but I think the Bears win the game, so I did my dad proud.
Yeah, at least your dad won't beat you up after this video. I'm going to go with, and I hate to admit it, I'm going with Philly. Carson Wentz look good. So I'm going with Philly.
Oh my god!
So
it could be an upset though. It honestly can.
Yeah.
But I think Chicago's.
Well, if you guys make sure you guys keep up with us over the rest of the season, we'll continue this on every week. Hopefully, with the videos coming out on Wednesday or Thursday. And thanks for watching. See ya.